Welcome to Amazing 10 TV. Before we begin, we would like to thank all the people who watched our previous video, which is the 10 bugs that are probably living inside your homes. Have you cleaned your house after watching it? Please do not forget to hit the subscribe button and the notification bell so you will be updated on every top 10 that we will be posting. Today, we will be giving you 10 interesting facts about Antarctica. Go ahead and wear your jackets. One, the dry valleys in Antarctica are the driest places on Earth. With such low humidity and moisture on this portion of the continent, snow and ice cannot even accumulate, which leaves the valleys as just a dusty expanse of dirt. Why are the large dry valleys so different from the rest of the continent? The answer lies in the mile-high Transantarctic Mountains. The valleys are nestled between the mountains, which serve as a barrier, largely blocking them from the East Antarctic ice sheet. Two, Antarctica is, on average, the windiest place on Earth. Scientists exploring this southerly landmass have reported wind speeds that have reached up to 200 miles per hour. Antarctica is home to unusual winds, katabatic or downslope winds. They are created by a combination of its cold climate and the shape of the continent. Persistent cooling of the surface, particularly during the Antarctic winter, when the sun is always below or only just above the horizon, leads to the formation of a shallow layer of cold, dense air above the surface, says John King of the British Antarctic Survey in Cambridge, UK. 3. The Antarctic ice sheet is the single biggest mass of ice in the world and can sometimes be up to 4 miles thick. The continent as a whole contains about 90% of the planet's freshwater ice and around 70% of the total fresh water on Earth. The Antarctic ice sheet is one of the 2 polar ice caps on Earth. It covers about 98% of the Antarctic continent and is the largest single mass of ice on Earth. It covers an area of almost 14 million square kilometers or 5.4 million square miles and contains 26.5 million cubic kilometers of ice. Four, scientists claim that if the western Antarctic ice sheet were to melt, it would raise global sea levels by about 16 feet. Previous research showed that warm ocean water was causing the ice to melt, but new work shows that the atmosphere is playing a significant role as well. Researchers suggest that the warming can be contributed to winds and weather patterns coming from the Pacific Ocean. There are concerns that the melting ice will lead to rising sea levels. Five, the Ross Ice Shelf. A floating tongue of ice that extends off the continent's main landmass, encompasses more than 510,000 square kilometers, and is the largest ice shelf that has ever been discovered. In other areas of Antarctica, deep ocean water has caused some ice shelves to thin in recent years. But across the entire expanse, the Ross Ice Shelf appears to be stable. However, Scientists have spent several years building up a record on how the northwest sector of the Ross Ice Shelf interacts with the ocean beneath it. Before we continue to the 5 other interesting facts about Antarctica, hit that subscribe button and notification bell now. Six. Antarctica is home to Mount Erebus, the southernmost active volcano in the world, as well as the only known lava lakes which have held liquid magma for eons despite the continent's frigid conditions. It began to form about 1.3 million years ago and now stands 12,448 feet above sea level. Its slopes are covered with snow and ice, glaciers, crevasses, and the occasional lava flow, but steam usually rises from its summit, betraying the heat within. If Erebus were a desert, it would be a reverse-baked Alaska, frozen on the outside and hot in the middle. Seven. In January of 1979, Emily Parker Palmer became the first human ever to be born in Antarctica. Since his historic passage through the birth canal, only 10 other people have been born on the continent. Antarctica has no permanent residents and contains research stations and field camps that are staffed seasonally or year-round, and former whaling settlements. Approximately 12 nations, all signatory to the Antarctic Treaty, send personnel to perform seasonal or year-round research on the continent and its surrounding oceans. 8. Because of the Earth's tilt, the sun does not rise in Antarctica from the vernal equinox to the autumnal equinox, which means the continent remains dark throughout the entire winter season. The direction of the tilt never changes, but as the Earth orbits the sun, different parts of the planet are exposed to direct sunlight. Nine. During the summer months, the sun does not set in Antarctica, which means it actually receives more sunlight than the equator during that time frame. 10. Deep Lake in Antarctica is so salty that it cannot freeze, even at temperatures as low as negative 15 degrees Celsius. Wow, that's cold. Did you enjoy our 10 interesting facts about Antarctica? Did you also want to visit this continent in the future? Or have you already visited it? Comment it down. Subscribe now to Amazing 10 TV and be updated on our next videos. Stay safe and stay amazing.